get Lance. The new talk of the town in the Windy City, can Justin Fields win Rookie of the Year this season? And will Alabama product Mac Jones end up being the Patriots' Week 1 starter?
Look at that
we say good Friday morning, everyone.
What a start.
Welcome to First Things First. Oh, I'm in a good mood today. Jenna Wolf, Nick Wright, Brandon Marshall, and our resident Patriots fan, Kevin Wilds. Wilds, are you more happy, are you less happy, or are you as happy with where the Patriots are now going after last night?
Oh, I could not be happier. A star is born, Jenna, and I'm Bradley Cooper, and Mac Jones is playing the role of Lady Gaga.
I thought you wanted Jimmy G.
Wow. I want everybody, buddy.
That was a turn. That was a turn I didn't expect that to take. We're going to get to everything draft-related, but we have to start with the bombshell out of Green Bay. Just hours before the draft took place, Aaron Rodgers reportedly wants out. So upset with the Green Bay Packers that he wants to be traded before the season, seemingly fed up with the lack of commitment from the organization. We've been talking about it for months. The cup had runneth over. Here's General Manager Brian Gutekunst with his thoughts on the whole situation. Take a listen.
He's our quarterback. He's our leader. We've been working through this for a little while now, and I just think it may take some time, but he's the guy that kind of makes this thing go. So he gives us the best chance to win, and we're going to work towards that end.
Brian, do you think Aaron's ever going to play again for you guys? I
do think he'll play for us again. And we're going to, like I said, we're going to work towards that. And we've been working towards that on a number of different fronts. The value that he has to our football team is really immeasurable. You know what I mean? He brings so much to the table, not only as a player, but a leader. So important to his teammates, to his coaches. So, that's the goal.
Brian, I asked you in February if there was any scenario that you could see trading Aaron, and you said absolutely not at that time. Has that changed? Is there any scenario that you can see trading Aaron Rodgers this offseason?
No, Ryan, I appreciate the question, but no, we're not going to trade Aaron Rodgers.
I don't know, maybe drafting Jordan Love, not the best idea. Maybe in hindsight, we'll take that one back. Hey, Brandon, this feels like it's going to get messy. Maybe even more messy than what happened in Seattle this offseason. Are you surprised that this situation has come to this morning?
I'm not, Jenna, but Mr. Brian, Mr. General Manager, it's not that hard. Just give the man what he wants. Now, I know Aaron Rodgers is smart. I know he's not going to ask for everything and completely deplete the team and leave the Packers in a terrible situation where they can't compete. So it's not that hard. Give him exactly what he wants. I said this before last season. The Green Bay Packers have wasted Aaron Rodgers' career. How do you have a guy like this? We're talking about a guy could have potentially went down as the greatest quarterback ever before Patrick Mahomes came along, and you get one Super Bowl out of him. You continue to just get it wrong. It's time for him to move on. You had 16 great years from Aaron Rodgers. You got the one Super Bowl. You could have had more. But, hey, that's a big deal. It's time to move on. It's okay to move on when it's not working out. We have to learn to let it go, Nick. Aaron Rodgers will be in a different uniform next year. It's done. It's over. The writing's been on the wall.
Wow.
Well, I'm shocked that the majority of those questions at Brian Gutekunst's press conference weren't about the overwhelmingly exciting pick of Eric Stokes, the cornerback out of Alabama. I'm sure that's what he showed up to talk about. It's like, oh, you guys want to talk about Rodgers? Okay, let's do it. So here's the deal. This has been of the Packers' own doing, and it's been building for a half-decade now. 5 years ago, Aaron Rodgers was like, hey, Jordy Nelson, I like playing with him. Can we keep him? No, you can't. Oh, okay. My quarterback's coach, Alex Van Pelt, I think's his name. I like him. I'm the quarterback. Let's keep him. No, you can't. Oh, okay, you're going to hire a new GM? I actually don't endorse Brian Gutekunst. Oh, that's who you hired. Oh, okay, cool. First-round picks. Can we use one on an offensive player? It's like, well, actually, we can, but it'll be a quarterback, the offensive player. Look at that. Last decade, a first pick in the draft, 2 Ds, a corner, a safety, a D tackle, a couple more corners, linebacker, a quarterback to replace Rodgers, another corner. That's fun. And ultimately, though, the straw that broke Aaron Rodgers' back, which has made Aaron Rodgers more committed to jeopardy than to the Packers this offseason, is Jordan Love. And this was a marriage that was on the rocks, and then somebody cheated. And they went to counseling for a year, and it's a year later, and it's like, you know what? Not over it. Not going to get over it. Can't get over it. And the Packers had an opportunity. They could have traded Jordan Love yesterday. They could trade Jordan Love today, but they ain't going to do that because they idiotically believe that they have some relevance outside of Rodgers. And I'm sorry to tell them, Bart Starr and Brett Favre are not walking through that door.
Not coming back.
And so I think that this is all of their own doing. Is Aaron Rodgers a little needy wild? Sure. So he got a little diva to him? Yeah. Is he, can he be a pain in the butt? No. Yeah, probably. But, you know, when you're one of the 10 greatest people in the history of the world to do what you do, you get to do that. Brian Gutekunst is on the fringe of top 10 NFL GMs named Brian in league history, so he should fall back a bit and give Rodgers what he wants. But that's not what they're going to do. So I don't think this gets fixed, Wilds. I just think it gets uglier and uglier.
Oh, it's over.
Okay. Then why does he want an extension? If this is so bad, and Brandon said, you wasted his career. Oh, you drafted Jordan Love. You didn't support me, even though we were a few plays away from going to the Super Bowl. I'm upset. What are they? A lot of guys' futures are uncertain, myself included. Oh, my gosh. Then I go on to Pat McAfee. Well, I don't think there's any reason I wouldn't be back. Oh, okay. And then back, oh, my future's really, it's out of my control. That's why I use words and a phrase like a beautiful mystery. Oh, my goodness. Nick, why does he want to come back then? If the Packers are so poorly run, if they're not supporting him, why does he want to come back? Why is his agent flying out to Green Bay to get a contract extension? Because I think it's all posturing. This is all posturing, and I know I don't want to play my role. I don't work for Aaron Rodgers, so the idea that I have to like carry the water for Aaron Rodgers because he decides to light another fire before the draft, so Gutekunst has to like not talk about the draft and have leverage. It's all a leverage play. And if he was serious about it, you know what he could do? He could call up Nick Wright. Give Nick Wright the scoop. Say, I want to be traded, point blank. But it hasn't happened because it all feels like posturing.
Well, here's the thing. The contract extension, sure, there's the money component, but it's the commitment component. When you move up to draft my replacement, I am going to believe you want to replace me until either you move off of that person or you adjust my contract as such it will be impossible to move off of me. This is the Packers did this to themselves. And again, I'm flabbergasted, Brandon,